Let's talk about the word manager. For a lot of people, it kind of brings up these old school, stuffy images. But what if I told you that thinking like a modern manager is actually the secret weapon for building an amazing career, even if manager is never in your job title? Okay, let's crack this open and build your personal playbook.
No, really, take a second. What's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it some character from a TV show who just barks orders? Someone buried in paperwork? Whatever it is you're thinking, just hold on to that thought, because we're about to flip it on its head.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? The old school boss is all about directing, controlling, being at the very top. But the modern manager, their world is all about coaching, supporting, and serving the team. It's a total 180, a shift from controlling work to empowering people to do their best work.
So, here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to look beyond the corner office, we'll flip that old organizational pyramid, unpack the essential tools every manager needs, talk about navigating today's workplace, and then we'll help you build your very own action plan.
All right, first things first, let's get one thing straight. Management isn't some title that's just for a handful of people anymore. It's a skill set, a crucial one that, honestly, every single one of us needs to build if we want to succeed today. The real key to this new way of thinking is baked right into the definition. A manager supports and is responsible for the work of others, helping them achieve their goals. The big words here are support and help. It's so much less about authority and way more about being a catalyst for other people's success. And here is why this matters to you right now. We're all working in what's called a free agent economy. The days of getting one job and staying there for 40 years, they're pretty much over. Your career is your own business now. It's built on a portfolio of your skills. And guess what? Being able to plan, lead, and organize, those aren't just for bosses. They are absolute survival skills.
Okay, now we're at the core idea of this whole playbook. To really truly get this modern mindset, we have to completely flip our view of how a company is supposed to work. We all know this picture, right? The classic pyramid. You've got the top execs making decisions, which flow down through middle managers, all the way to the frontline workers at the bottom, who are actually doing the thing. It's that classic top-down, command-and-control setup. But now, let's just grab that pyramid and flip it completely upside down. In this modern view, the most important people, the customers, are at the very top. Right beneath them are the frontline employees who serve them. So where are the managers? They're at the bottom. Their entire job is to support the team above them, so that team can give the best possible service to the customer. The manager serves the team. And here's why that flip is just so brilliant. As Kip Tindell, the CEO of the Container Store, said, the logic is actually really simple. If your employees aren't happy and supported, your customers won't be happy. And if your customers aren't happy, well, then your shareholders definitely won't be happy. It's a chain reaction that all starts with supporting your people. All right, so we've got the mindset down. That's huge. But a great mindset without the right tools is, well, it's just a nice idea. So now it's time to stock your toolkit with the practical functions and skills you're gonna need. When you boil it all down, management is really just doing these 4 things over and over. You've got to plan where you're going, organize all your resources to get there, lead and inspire the people doing the work, and control the process by measuring how it's going and making changes. Plan, organize, lead, control. That's the loop. Now, this table is super important because it shows how the skills you need actually change during your career. See, when you're starting out, technical skills, the specific craft you do are everything. But as you move up, conceptual skills, seeing the big picture, solving messy problems, become way more critical. But what's the one skill that's absolutely vital at every single level? Human skills. Your emotional intelligence, your ability to connect with people, that's the glue that holds it all together. So having the right tools is one thing, but you've got to know how to use them in the real world. And let's be honest, today's workplace is filled with some really complex, really important challenges that every leader has to get their head around. Just take diversity and inclusion, for example. I mean, this data from big tech companies tells a pretty clear story. While there's some representation, some groups, like African Americans, are seriously underrepresented. And these aren't just stats on a page. They represent a massive challenge in making our workplaces fair and equitable for everyone. So, what's going on behind the numbers? Well, a big part of it is something called implicit bias. Think of it like this. It's an unconscious mental shortcut our brains make that can lead us to treat people differently without us even realizing it. A modern manager's job is to become aware of these hidden biases in themselves and others to make sure everyone gets a fair shot.
Another huge change is just the shape of companies themselves. This shamrock organization model is a great way to see it. Most companies now have a small core of full-time employees, and then they're supported by this huge network of freelancers, contractors, and part-timers. So how do you lead a team when half of them aren't even permanent employees? It takes a whole new level of flexibility and communication. Okay, so we've redefined the role, we've flipped the pyramid, we've looked at the tools and the challenges. Now, let's bring it all home and talk about building your personal playbook for taking action.
If you take one thing away from all this, please let it be this. The single most important skill you can have is self-management. Nobody is going to hand you a career roadmap. It's all on you. It's about really knowing yourself, taking the initiative, and learning from every single thing you do, the good and the bad. You are the CEO of your career. And here's an awesome practical tool to help you do that: a personal SWOT analysis. Seriously? Pause and actually do this. For strengths, what are you genuinely great at? For weaknesses, be brutally honest. Where could you improve? Then look outside yourself. What opportunities are out there for you? And what are the threats? Who or what could get in your way? This simple little grid gives you an incredibly powerful strategic map for your future. Ultimately, what all this self-management work does is help you build your personal brand. And as the great Tom Peters said, your brand needs to be remarkable and distinctive. It's the thing that makes you valuable. It's what makes you, you. So there you have it, the modern manager's playbook. It's not about being a boss. It's about supporting people, it's about being a lifelong learner, and it's about strategically managing the most important career there is, your own. You have the playbook. The question is, what's your next move?